Hey, it's Max McAllister. I'm going to show you the kind of final steps of installing the USB accessory charging cord for the trunk area of the Honda Goldwing. I am going to come back to my initial commentary of it's ridiculous that you have to do this to your motorcycle to install a common USB cord on a full luxury touring bike. Honda, if you're listening, this should be on this bike. This is embarrassing that we have to do this. This would be easily $300 in labor, I don't know, maybe more, to put this little piece of wire in. Anyway, once your bike's torn all this far apart, as we've done in the disassembly stages, you also have to get the saddlebag loose, so pulled away. So there's 4 bolts in the 2 in the floor, 1 up in the back, 1 up top to take the saddlebag loose. There's a large rubber blind plug in here that you pull out. The grommet comes pre-installed on the cable, and so you're gonna feed the cable through out the back of the bag and then install the waterproof grommet. Take your time. They kind of recommend grease on any of this waterproof stuff. I don't use the grease. I like the rubber grommet to fit really dry and tight in this case. We're never going to take that apart again, and sometimes when people push and pull on grommets, when they pull on a cord, if the grommet's greased, it'll just pop out, and then now there's an open hole of water coming into your saddlebag. So this, I just recommend disregarding the Honda instruction to grease that grommet. It's a bad idea. It takes more time. But you need to work the grommet around, feel it all the way around the inside, feel it all the way around the outside, make sure it's uniform, laying flat and seated. They provide you with this little clip. It snaps into the top of the bag right here. Snap that in, and your USB cord stores there. It's nice and clean, looks good. The cable itself comes out the back of the bag. You route it under the frame rail, up along the factory wiring harness, and they provide you a couple of zip ties. To be honest, I got one on. It was extremely difficult. There's no good way to get a zip tie around these big harnesses. When you're working with them, you can kind of take the zip tie they give you, curl it like a snake, relax it, and it'll kind of take on some shape. That way you can kind of feed it under a harness. If you have a hook-shaped pick, you can reach in and pull and get the zip tie to come up to you, so you can zip tie that harness. Hopefully keep it away. We did that in conjunction with the XM antenna cable that we had just installed. It's labeled on the box back here, the control box. It says USB 2. There's a blind plug there. You take the blind plug off and plug the cable in. So Honda says to save that cap in case you ever want to remove the cable. So in case you ever want to go back to the Honda dealer, give them another $400 or $500 to have them tear your bike back apart like this and put that cap back on and take the cable off. Go ahead and save that cap, because it'll be important that you have it. So anyway, that's the installation of the USB accessory cord. Now all you have is 3 hours worth of work to put your bike back together.